may be some benefit coming for you as well. That's the focus of the conversation that we're going to have with the Travenews Tech, popularly known as Ixigo. They've launched a travel guarantee feature for train travelers, a new feature that provides 3x refund if a waitlisted ticket fails to confirm. Remember, 1x of the fare will be credited to the original payment mode and 2x will be refunded as a travel guarantee coupon for which you have to pay a nominal fee. Saurabh Devendra Singh, who's the group CFO of Ixigo, joins us to discuss this development and more so the general travel trends itself. Saurabh, this travel guarantee scheme that you've brought about, if you could give us some more details. What are the charges from this scheme and how much do you expect to garner from it? Because there's as good as an insurance premium that one is paying for the waitlisted ticket. If that isn't confirmed, then you give back coupons, etc. Just trying to understand the financial implications of this.
So, good morning. Thanks for this and thanks for talking about this as a product. But remember, it's not, if you see the product, it's not about, let me talk about the ideological reason of why the product was introduced. We as a company believe that people would be traveling across different modes as we go about. And if you see, the reason why we are giving 3x is that suppose you're trying to get your tickets booked, you're not getting it booked. We want to give you an option of flying on a flight or a bus using this. So it kind of helps you get to where you want to be. Say you've planned a holiday, you're on a waiting list, we'll ensure that you get to your destination one way or the other. So don't, and like what we think about all our products, the first part of the product is trying to solve a customer problem. And in this case, the customer problem was that your vacation, in case you don't get a ticket, your vacation is spoiled. And our idea was we'll try and ensure that it's not spoiled. Commercially, this ticket type or this product, again, remember it's something where we will be looking at the data, we'll be growing the product, but it's a forward-looking thing, so I won't be able to comment on how it affects me going on in the future. But largely, it's a convenience product, how we see it, and it's a product which is apt for this time when people have been. So take a case of Delhi Lucknow. You can reach Delhi Lucknow through all the three modes, and all the three modes are equally comparable and equally comfortable in traveling.
Saurabh, good afternoon. Thank you for joining in. Is there a financial implication of this? If you could elaborate more on that.
So there would be. It's a product, yeah, but guiding to the market on any kind of financial implication before I tell, as a public company, it would be. It won't be there. But look, what we always say is that for these ticket types, and let me help you out with kind of looking at the financial implication without being on the wrong side of telling any forward-looking information. Think of it this way, right? We as a company believe that Indians have a value bias. You give them value, they'll be willing to pay for that value. We believe this is a product where there is a need statement, it's out there, and it's a value that...
right. No, we get that point. We understand that Indians are value biased. We understand the offering, so to say, and the fact that, if the tickets are not confirmed, there is an option to go ahead and book a flight as well. But what I'm trying to understand is the business implication of the same for you. From a customer standpoint, what is this nominal charge that you are going to ask of them for a ticket of, say, 100 odd rupees? How much more does one have to pay? And what is the probability of that ticket getting confirmed, not getting confirmed? We're just trying to understand your working behind launching a product like this. And then if you're giving 2x the ticket price via coupons, that implies that you will be giving them discounts for whatever bookings that they're making on the flights as well. So all of that would cost you some sort of money, for which you will probably get a bit of a nominal charge. What we're trying to understand is how much do you, in your model, expected it to cost you?
So the first thing is on any kind of pricing. Remember, all our pricing are done by our data models, which is personalized for customers, where we always reward loyalty and routes. And we have an idea of routes and what is the probability of the ticket getting confirmed for that particular route, which is there. So let's look at it mathematically. What are the different variables involved in any product like such? There is a element of attach rate. There is element of the cost which is being charged. The cost is so there'll be 5 people in a room. The cost will be different for 5 people in a room, depending on the model is pricing that cost. And then there is a cost of the probability of things not actually confirming. And then there is what you're paying. So it's 4 variables which are there in this. There is 1 revenue variable and 3 variables which contribute to the cost. So net it will be a formula-based output. What you have to realize is the pricing, because it's dynamic, because it's being done by our AI/data model, will be a dynamic for people, for routes, for the probabilities which we believe are there to confirm.
Saurabh, getting on to some numbers now, if you could fill us in with some details. How has the quarter been so far? We are coming to the end of the third quarter. We are starting off on the holiday season, midway through it. How has the quarter been? How have bookings turned out so far? What is your target for the end of the year? If you could share some of those details.
So again, forward-looking, I'll try and help you out with more qualitative ideas on this rather than going on numbers. So again, think of it this way. If you ask me, do we see what we talked about and what we have quite openly talked about as what we see as growth and where we see us growing, we see strong growth across all our verticals are growing well. And it fits in with what we see as a long-term plan of growth. Has anything been worth highlighting? I think what is being worth highlighting probably would be our international flight growth continues to grow very strongly. Domestic also does, but international for me is something that if you'd asked me about 3 years ago, whether we expected international to grow and evolve this way, it's done far better. So yes, we are we are happy with the quarter, if I would say that, and on the long run, it fits in with what we've been talking about over the next 2-3 years on how our growth should look.
All right, we take that point, but we'll leave you with the promise to join us after your third quarter numbers so that you can give us more details into how the quarter was, along with some sort of outlook into what the business is likely to do as well. In the middle of the quarter, I understand you are bound by not wanting to give any sort of forward-looking guidance, but I don't think that would put you in any sort of regulatory risk in any case. So, we're happy to hear your qualitative comments.
As a young company, yes. I'm probably erring on, as in I always have this phrase
on the side of caution. We understand that.
On the
side
of caution, or Caesar's wife has to be above suspicion. So if anything, I think as a public company, I'm Caesar's wife, so I have to be above suspicion on any case. So I'll err on the side of caution. Having said that, what I'm saying is, the great thing is, people in our world are wanting to travel. People are seeing travel as a great thing. And what I've been surprised by, people are doing a lot more spiritual travel. If I look at places like Varanasi and the growth in those areas, across modes that we are in, I'm seeing very, very healthy growth in spiritual travel.
We totally get that. And I mean, we don't need to look at people. We just need to, look at everyone around us itself for us to get that sense of anecdotal, jump in travel preferences. But we'll leave you on that note and speak to you after the third quarter numbers as well. Thanks a lot for joining in. With that, let's move on. Let's talk about the growth code, an initiative